jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Man, that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
What's good? WCS back on the Boulevard once again. Yes, this is one of those multifaceted live streams. You know, I'll be speaking on the BKFC event that is on right now as we speak. I want to give a big shout out to my girl, Misfit, Christine Faria. She stepped in there defending her title against the former title holder, Beck Rollins. Hey, I got Christine Faria all day. She's going in there to defend her titles, man. It's going to be something to behold once she finally get her hands on the former champion. Many people can say that Beck Rollins was like the Ronda Rousey. You know, she was there. She was the pioneer, you know, in the early beginnings. And she since was, you know, she left BKFC. You know, you're talking about a former UFC fighter. She did other things, and then she's now back at BKFC for this fight. I see this fight not lasting more than 2 rounds. I'm going to be honest. I don't see it lasting more than 2 rounds. And, of course, you have the underground king himself, Eddie Alvarez, man. Eddie Alvarez, a mixed martial artist who won titles in every organization that he's fought in. He's stepping in there with Chad Mendez. Yes, you know, like short, compact, full of power. Man, both of these fighters are going to be throwing hands. This may be one of the shortest or one of the bloodiest, you know what I'm saying, bouts of BKFC tonight. They're the co-main event. And then we have 2 former UFC fighters and a former champion in Luke Rockhold going in there against Mike Platinum Perry. Now, if I had to say Luke Rockhold leaving all his kicks, his grappling game, you know what I'm saying, leaving all that behind prior to stepping in the square circle and going in there against Michael Perry at this point, who's pretty seasoned in BKFC, I will have to say I will have to give the nod to Michael Platinum Perry. Seriously, I will have to give him the nod because dude is extremely tough. He's fighting for a different cause, and he got a couple of fights on his belt. You know what I'm saying? He ended up earning the victory over MVP, Michael Venom Page. That was a bloody fight, tough fight. He took some very solid, stiff punches from MVP and still stayed on his feet. I think he's going to knock out Luke Rockhold tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying Luke Rockhold, if he had the kicks, one of his signature question mark kicks, or, you know, the grappling game where he can change levels and get the takedown, you know, we'll be talking about a whole different game, but that is not the case. So you have 3 tremendous fights that's going to be jumping off that I would definitely try to keep you all updated on. But it's good to see Eddie Alvarez back going in there against Chad Mendez, and Eddie's done put on some muscle. Chad has always had muscle. And then, yeah, that's where we at. But let me get to the chat right quick before we get cooking. The first in the building. I be who I be on deck. Yes, sir. July 22nd turn up finally. Shout out to the player himself, man. The smoothest one in the game. I be who I be. You know what I'm saying? Don't fall for the okie doke 2-for-1. Don't do it. If it looks and sounds too good coming from IB, it's definitely what you expect it to be. You losing money in your pockets lighter. Remember, I told you that. Big blunts and boxing on deck. I just won $435, $150 bet. I shout out Victor Morales. Comeback was good. What's good? Was good. Andrew Charles, salute to you. Andrew in the building. WCS, salute to you, Andrew. How you feeling, man? I'm finna snatch another 245 once Cepeda fight finish. Shout out Oscar. Really the one who made this possible. What you said the other day on the live stream. Hey man, you know why y'all never ask me if I want to contribute to the bet? That's not the way it works. Maybe I want to make some money too with some honest individuals. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I want to put my money in. I don't do the bets. Y'all do the bets. Why can't I see the bookie? You know what I'm saying? Why can't I put the bet in with the bookie that make the bets? Y'all up here being braggadocious on my live chat talking about you made money. I didn't make no money. You know what I'm saying? Stop being so selfish, man. I'm trying to make some money so I can pay for my room come July 22nd. God damn. What are we doing, people? What are we doing, man? Do y'all not understand how to share and spread the wealth? God dang, I hear about y'all winning bets all the time. And y'all up here don't even ask. You know what I'm saying? Don't even put like a request in there. Like, I ain't trying to make a couple of $100. Anyway, I'm going to be talking about, the pay-per-view that's coming up, of course. But let's get to the thumbnail. I just want to put it out there. Word has it that Tyson Fury and Andy Ruiz will be fighting in the UK on July 22nd. Also, in light of the news that just broke, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying, back alleyways, inside the dark rooms, in the basement, Terrence Bud Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. has said to be on deck. All right. Yeah. July 22nd, too. Once again, it has been said both of these fights will be going down July 22nd. Now, one of these fights, being the Tyson Fury and Andy Ruiz, has been publicly announced officially. Of course, we're waiting on the announcement of Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence. So you might be asking yourself, well, dang, Debbie says, what makes this date any different than any other dates that came out? Because, my communication to certain individuals have me with complete confidence that this date may hold a lot more weight. You know what I'm saying? It seems like it's holding buoyancy a bit better. When I heard the other dates, it wasn't like I seen them floating. It wasn't that way. Real talk. It wasn't that way. It was like when I was going deep sea diving, I found those dates at the bottom of the basin. I said, how is anybody else supposed to know if these dates are true if they're just down here on the basin floor? But now, July 22nd seems like, since I seen it floating up on the freaking, top, it was buoyant. I say, okay, that motherfucker right there, that looks legit right there. That sounds good. July 22nd. And then, I made some phone calls, talked to some people. I say, man, I saw July 22nd out there on the water, right? Yeah, man, if you saw it floating, it's a real deal, dog. Don't worry. It's a real deal. It's not a shipwreck. Oh, okay. So that's where I'm at with it. Even though I've seen some individuals on here trying to hate because, I guess they weren't the first to announce it. But I told you about first. Okay, I'm saying? When I told you about the first can be detrimental to people's, integrity if they have any. But what we do know is WCS is going to stick to hyping up the fight date. See, I don't put out clickbait, fake news like that. So if this date is indeed changed somewhere up the line, I don't care. The date feels good for me to speak on. I feel good with the information others have informed me of that's closer to the situation and their connects back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So I said to myself, you know what? The people that you do have trust in, you give the salute to, and they're not out here BSing you, that's when you break the news. That's when you say, okay, I feel good enough to come up here and talk about this date. 2 good fights, though. Fury, Andy Ruiz, cool. But that's not really why I just had to put it up on the thumbnail because it's on July 22nd, too. But really, I want to speak about, the potential of Crawford Spence. For one, I definitely want to take some money from some people that's in my live chat that bet all the time. You know what I'm saying? IB being number one. I know I'm going to have a good solid bet with IB. You know what I'm saying? Good solid bet. And then there's another Errol supporter that should be fully back in the community of the Errol Spence fans, and that's Big Blunts and Boxes. Give it up. Once this news break, Big Blunts will come over here advocating for Spence once again, like he always do, and act like he never was speaking the good graces of Terrence Crawford. So I'm hoping to set up a bet potentially with Big Blunts and Boxing. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows damn well that he is indeed the family member in the community of Spence. Now, I'm elated. Really, I'm elated. I know other channels are trying to hold back. They're look, they're being babies about it. They're pouting. They don't want to join the wave right now. I told you all about these cats, right? When they knew the fight wasn't going to be made, they was all up here doing thumbnails every other day. They had so much to talk about. So now that this date looks a bit more credible, they want to go on a walk. You know what I'm saying? They want to go down by the river. They take a peek over there by the river and see this July 22nd. Oh, shit. Let me go back up to the main road. They don't want to talk about it. They want to be quiet as kept, people. Why do you not want to talk about it after all the rhetoric that you have laced these airways with over the past several months? Why you don't want to talk about the fight? I'll tell you why. Because obviously, the gig is up. It's up. Now we have to get down to reality. The good part about this date is we have 84 days remaining till this fight happens. Now you saying to yourself, if that ain't enough time for somebody to trim away that cow lard, you know what I'm saying, that sealed the sea lion, you know what I'm saying, the sea lion fat. If that ain't enough time for somebody to get in shape and get back down close to 140, you know what I'm saying, high 140s by fight day, I don't know what it is. I'm assuming this fight is definitely going to be a welterweight because that's what everybody's waiting on. We don't want to see no 154-pound fight just because somebody can't lose weight. We want to see the welterweight undisputed. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want to see. So 84 days is more than ample time for Spence to get back in the gym. From what I hear, he's already there, and get back in there and trim off You know what I'm saying? Those winter layers. Okay. So I really want him to be on par because he has to go and face this guy. That's the problem. That's why when you hear what you heard last year in 2022, things have gotten quite dark and quiet in 23. You know what I'm saying? Especially when this news has broke. They got together on the private chat and they say, you know what, we really can't go hard. We pretty much put everything we had to say out there. We really can't revisit this with the same agitprop that we did in 2022. They're going to be on to us. They're going to know we're still hating. And by God, that WCS, I really don't want to hear a thing he has to say. I get tired of that guy. God, jeez. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you because it's going to be like that all the way to July. You know what I'm saying? I just hope they announce the fight sometime soon so we can create better storylines. Because you know me, I can create a storyline in a heartbeat. But you know, Crawford being two-time undisputed, I already had this up there last year. Unfortunately, the fight failed to materialize. Now this seems a bit stronger. So I had to redo the thumbnail and put two-time undisputed 2023. I believe without a shadow of any doubt, you know what I'm saying? Walking through the valley without any, I'm talking about any hesitation in saying that this is going to be the end to a lot of channels that was on here talking and defaming Crawford's name. It's the end. This fight is going to consummate every bit of what you all have set out to do in defaming this man's character and defaming his boxing career. You can talk about how he moved and he moved funny, but God damn it, when he comes July 22nd, you definitely going to see something. Oh, you absolutely going to see how funny he actually moved. The gig is up, man. I keep telling you, it's done. It's over. Y'all know not to come out here with no new live streams talking about what Spence gonna do because you don't even believe this shit. I get videos of freaking him sparring and I don't see anything. I can goddamn turn on a video game if I want to see that. Like, why put out video of the sparring and they are doing nothing? Touch jab, touch jab, touch jab. Ouch, ouch. That's too hard. Stop. Touch jab, touch jab, touch jab. Move, reset, reset. Okay. Jab, 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 reset. Okay. Space, space, space. Move. Lateral movement. Work on your movement. There you go. Good. Excellent. Touch jab, touch jab, touch jab. Okay. Speed it up a little bit. Okay. All right. Okay. I mean, I'm not seeing really any contact, bro. Let me get back to the chat, though. I got Terrence Crawford. Oh, they stopped the madness, Blunt. Stop it, bro. The security team has already discovered the double agents. You know what I'm saying? I told them when they brought it to me, Blunt, I said, don't submit any paperwork on this guy. He's cool. It's just good information to know that he's hoping and praying one announcement so he can, you know, just revisit the community of Errol Spence Jr. We got it. Blunt say, Andrew, he can lead you to the water. Just got to know how to pour your own cup. It's easy work. We'll chop it up. I have crossed that bridge into sports betting yet, but I want. Oh, yeah, I wish I knew about that, but I ain't trying to go in there and do some stuff. I was hoping it would be July 4th weekend. Fighters already talking about it's going to be fireworks, and then texting Omaha a hella American, but I don't know. This has nothing to do with Americans because those same Americans that's residing under the nation's colors, right? They're Blunts. Those were the same individuals running a freaking coalition. You know what I'm saying? They was running a coalition of agitators, individuals that chose to get together and come up with brash, abrasive topics on Terrence Bud Crawford and defame his name. Yeah. So those were Americans too. They wasn't foreigners. All of them was Americans. And I'll go even further to say probably 99.999999999% were black. I can't really pull a Latino or a white content creator and say, you know what, he was going pretty hard on Crawford. It might be a bit prejudiced, might contemplate on using the race card. No, they was all black as they can be, man. You know what I'm saying? They was going in every day that they could. Black men, black men, black men. So when it comes down to the fireworks and July 4th, their blunts, no, the black content creators put that date out last year. It didn't materialize, and it was a fake date. It was fake news. And you know, well as I do blunts, there's plenty of videos out there of the usual suspects who is responsible for this travesty of releasing fake news. You know who you are. Don't get mad. You put out fake news July 4th, September 4th. You know what I'm saying? That shit was fake news, period. You know how many Spence fans are on Twitter? Listen, I don't care on how many, because Spence, at the end of the day, I understand that he has more fans. Like, he has a lot of fans. He does. He's more popular back in the day whenever, I'm saying. I mean, but we're not talking about how many fans he has on Twitter. We're talking about how many Crawford supporters have been keeping it solid, A1. You know what I'm saying? During this unfortunate time where people chose to take his name and run a smear campaign. You know what I'm saying? They took Terrence Crawford's name and ran a smear campaign. It was very distasteful. You know what I'm saying? And these individuals have to be spoken on, for real, for their nefarious acts. They were malefactors at the end of the day, scoundrels. Yes, they were. Because they themselves had the same shade. When they identified in public as black men, they chose to sit up here and project their target of hatred towards Terrence Crawford. Now, they'll sit up here and say, no, we don't hate him. We just talk hate towards him. We just mention his name in a narrative that sound like it's full of hate. You know what I'm saying? But we don't hate him as a person. We just trying to send a message. That's all we trying to do. No, it's the same thing, bro. They hate Terrence Crawford. They was mad that he went on IG and did that live stream, because a lot of them made pretty good money off that live stream. They chopped it up. They put it up on their channel. And they really felt good about Crawford coming out doing an IG live. You know what I'm saying? When he was up there with Kate Abdul and he said what he said, they was happy because they took the audio, they took their video, chopped it up, and got some pretty good subscribers up. You know what I'm saying? Some viewership and some super chats off that. So the one thing I enjoy about what Crawford was able to do during the time of adversity, when they was talking bad about him, was he was continuing to give back to the community of the YTC. He gave back. He knew he was the hottest name on the YTC. Every time you turn around, they was talking about him. So what he do? He started doing interviews, making his round robin, giving them, nutritional content to go up here and talk about. That's what I like. He gave back to the community. Salute the team, Crawford. Your name is about to be back as the hottest topic on the YTC. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pile them bets up on Twitter for sure. All those Spence fans going to be lighting up my Cash App. Shout out to Larry Lopez on deck. Salute to you. Bud would prove why PBC and Al been hesitant about making this fight. For sure. This shit It's going to be insane. People are back to booking hotels. They're not booking anything right now. Let's not go all far out like that. Well, what they booking a hotel at? They just gonna book 5 hotels in proximities of venues that they believe that's gonna be the site. I mean, if that's the case, cool. I'm just glad the fight might be happening. I might be in the building for sure. Okay, no doubt. Tyrese, what's good? July would be nice. That's believable. I'm not trying to wait till December for the BS. They know the time is now. Errol said July when he was at Frank Martin's fight. Okay. See, there's a lot of different voices that have basically made this public. Okay. Oscar De La Hoya did speak on it, said the fight was done. You want to go back to the accident where stuff started to hurt Spence. He even said April, May, June. He mentioned nothing about July until, like, I guess the Frank Martin fight. But when he was in the car accident, he said April, May, June, he'd be back in the ring, right? He also put out a tweet that said April XX. Who knows what the hell he was talking about with April XX? You know what I'm saying? Nobody know what the heck he was talking about. Nobody knows. And then you had the infamous Spectrum leak, which I warn you all not to go off. I warn you all not to play around with that Spectrum leak. That was purposely done. You know what I'm saying? And nothing came out of that. It's supposed to be June 22nd. Was it? Something like that. Nobody's even talking about that date. Nobody's even mentioning June 22nd right now. So I guess that was just one of those flares that they sent up to get our attention and to basically have us out here running around talking about something that they knew wasn't coming to fruition. Because when you're on that level, you don't just slip up and release a fight date. You don't slip up. No, bro, you don't do that. That was purposely done, just to get people scurrying around and putting in work and see how people, reacted to it. But now this July 22nd date, you're talking about summertime. You're talking about the month of Independence Day. I mean, it's a lot going on in July, man. The kids gonna be out of school. The parents can dip out to Vegas and leave them rugrats in there. You know what I'm saying? With some peanut butter and jelly and 2 loaves of bread. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they get some water. That's all you need to do. I'm happy, man. It's looking good. They know the time is now. Errol said July when he was at Frank Martin. I read that. I think I got clip from that fight where he said it. Bud bashing is lucrative, and a lot of these lames hopped on the bandwagon. Yeah, they all was going around in the OK corral. They was corralling in a circle. Look, I mentioned it before, Larry. That's what sheep does. You know what I'm saying? You corral sheep and put them in a circle, and they all nice and snuggle. Every time a sheep move, they just move in the same direction, man. You know what I'm saying? Even the sheep on the outside don't think to say, you know what? I don't have to be going around in a circular motion. Let me just dip out here. That grass over there looks so good. Let me go over there and play around. No, they stay close to the pack because they want to be able to hear what the other sheep has going on. You know what I'm saying? They want to move when the other sheep move. That's all. Don't be mad at me. Bud should have it in his contract that if he beats Spence, Mel got to be on deck. Let me pump the brakes, though. We wave from that. I like that, though. Don't pump the brakes, man. Don't pump the brakes. Just have it in the back seat, bro. Take it along for the ride, and then know it's right there in the back seat. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to leave it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the way we should be thinking, right there. We don't know, first of all, if Crawford signed this contract with a promoter or without a promoter. I'm unsure of that. I wasn't able to get that information. I'm curious to know if Crawford is still a free agent. If he is, that will further send the aerosexuals into a downward spiral, y'all, because they made such a big thing about Crawford going over there negotiating this fight last year without a promoter. You know what I'm saying? Do you know how many fingernails were consumed when they was up there biting, and they was like, you know, they was up there chewing and goddamn biting the skin off their freaking fingers, man. Because this guy attempted to negotiate with his team, with Al Heyman. They felt like that's just too much leadership. That's too much taking your own, you know what I'm saying? Your own target, you know what I'm saying? Just taking to your what's the saying I'm looking for? Take it over. You know what I'm saying? If it's your dream, take control of your dreams. Go after it. You know what I'm saying? Just take control of your dreams and go after it, right? And that's what Crawford is trying to do on the back end of his career. He's trying to go over here and negotiate with Al Heyman, and they criticized him for it because it didn't materialize. But he did everything he can do. He did everything he can do. You know what I'm saying? He did everything possible. But like it was put out there, his team said they kept on, you know, pretty much adding until they actually changed the entire year. And that's just something that wasn't in the demands for Team Crawford. So he had to remove himself and go elsewhere and get paid. And get paid handsomely for going elsewhere. And so they can criticize BLK Prime all they want. But from my understanding, the money was paid. And now we in 2023. We're in 2023 now. We can surely say this, that it's not going to be a 65-35. I haven't heard the aerosexuals come out here like they know what's everything going on in contract. I haven't heard none of y'all. I haven't heard your little pity-patty footsteps, you know, up under the sofa, outside on the goddamn walls. You know what I'm saying? Trying to scurry the walls and get information. I haven't heard y'all on the roof. I haven't seen y'all running through the sewer systems. None of that shit. But in 2022, y'all had all the information. Well, you know, 65-35, that's more than fair. And why Bud making it hard? He must not want to fight. He trying to duck Spence. He should take what they give him. Learn how to be the challenger. Humble yourself. Learn how to shut up. Learn all the traits of a slave back in the day. That's what I want you to do. And when they come to a reasonable conclusion on what you should get, you know what I'm saying? 70-30. 80-20, 90-10, whatever we want to give them. You know what I'm saying? That type of mentality. No one has came up with any updated information as to the contractual details for this fight. Obviously, it has to be going down because the original plan was to have Errol Spence fight Keith Thurman at 154. Now that all this news is breaking and people are confirming it, you know what I'm saying? People all over are confirming it, not the YTC. I'm talking about boxers. We're talking about insiders. We're talking about people who are confirming that this fight is going to happen. That's the biggest part of it all right there. This fight is being said by the boxers, the insiders, and bigger names from social media platform. I like it. I like the tune of that. You know what I'm saying? I like the tune of that right there. I like the tune of it. Conor McGregor just came into the building at BKFC. Conor knows how to go into a room and look, everybody's going crazy. Conor McGregor comes into the house, man, and people just go crazy over him. And this man had won a fight in a long ass time. And I don't see nobody up there running to my, hey Connor, you can't be up here close to the ring. Hey Connor, you don't have no credentials. No, Connor walking that mother like a G. He walking that mother like a G, bro. They ain't telling him nothing. David Feldman, like, hey. But yeah. One of the matches I've been waiting on, Christine Ferrer, the Misfit, is on deck, going up against one of the former BKFC women's champion, Beck Rollins. I'm going to tell you, Ferrer's boxing is top notch. Beck's about to get these hands. I'm taking all their money. Mel going to run to 60. Mel I don't see him running to 60. Look, listen, Bunce, remember now. I know you youngins think you remember everything, but Mel said he was standing 154. That's what Mel said. Mel said he's standing 154. That's what he said, bro. He got to stand on something. He ain't standing on, linking up with Crawford anytime soon because he's mad because Crawford calling him out. I thought that's what you wanted to do. You wanted the best fighters to call out the best fighters, right? So I haven't really got that confirmation. I haven't really got that, that warm and fuzzy about Jermell Charlo really wanting that smoke with Terrence Crawford. Look. I'm going to tell you a lot of things, right? I know a lot of people think I'm just exacerbating the point a lot of times, but really I'm not. I'm being absolutely serious, right? But this is the crazy part. After Crawford goes in here and defeats Spence, right, and come 2-time undisputed, do you think Al Heyman will allow him to face Jermell Charlo to become 3-time undisputed? You know what I'm saying? Do you think Al Heyman would not try to give Crawford a lucrative deal after taking all his belts? Y'all think about that. We're in the first round, man. They're towing the line, and we're on in the first round. These rounds are 2 minutes apiece, man. You know what I'm saying? Both fighters are pretty much boxing orthodox right now. This is bare knuckles. The knuckles are exposed, and the wrapping is an inch from the knuckle properties. Okay. So far, it's just a filling out process. Good defense by Beck. Better than before. Okay. Nice combination. I still believe that Beck is about to get lit up. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be fireworks, and July is several months away. Oh, nice combination by Ferrer. There you go, Misfit. Nice jab. Up, down. Nice jab. Oh, Beck Rollins is cut already. Beck Rollins is bleeding already. She don't care about that. She's been in some wars anyway, but she's cut already. It's only a matter of time. We have 50 seconds remaining in the first frame. Nice stiff jab. And these jabs are not covered by any protective material. This is bone to bone, skin to skin, people. Oh man, nice 1-2. Oh, nice from Ferrer. She's letting loose right now, unloading in the last 30 seconds. Oh man, Beck Rollins is holding her, and Christine is still punching her. Christine has a slight cut in her right eye right now. By her right eye. Beck Rollins is looking the worse for wear right now. Her right eye is bleeding profusely. Nice right hand. Left hand lands for Ferrer. Nice counter left cross by Ferrer. Nice round. That was a Ferrer round. I think this fight is not going to go past the second round, to be honest. Let me see if they're going to show Beck Rollins' eye. But let me get back to the chat. Let me also mention, before I go any further, let me talk about one of the faster rising sensations, Jahi Tucker. While I'm at it, shout out to Team Tucker. He recently did an article, boxingscene.com, and it was straight to the point, people. I'm not gonna hold you. Jahi Tucker said Xander Zayas don't want no problems with me. First, let me repeat that again. Jahi Tucker said Xander Zayas don't want no problems with me. He didn't zip it up with a period, an exclamation mark. It's left for your own imagination. He said Xander Zayas don't want no problems with me. They checking that eye already. I told you. It's a bad cut over eye. I told you. That's not a good spot. They looking at it right now. I hope they don't stop it. But he's got the people talking. You know, Jahi Tucker's 10-0, 5 knockouts. He's just coming off a scintillating win, a vicious, brutish victory over Xander Zayas, freaking sparring partner. Oh, they banging it out right now. Oh, they banging it out. Oh, my goodness. Both are hooking behind the neck, which you can do in BK, and they're using their free hand to swing. Beck Rollins is cut, so she knew she had to do something. And all that did was just open up that cut even more. I give it to Beck. She's throwing hands, bro. So is Christine. They doing a little bit wrestling and clinching right now. Both fighters are cut. This is bare knuckle. And Beck Rollins' eye is jacked up. Nice 1-2 by Faria. Rollins' boxing has gotten better. I'm not even going to hold you on that. Beck Rollins' boxing has gotten better. Real talk. Nice left hand by Beck. Christine got to move her head a little bit because Rollins is waiting to counter with the right hand. They are banging out, y'all. When I tell you these women are throwing down. These women are throwing down, man. And they're not even the co-main event. What they do have with each other is history. Trash talking. Rollins boxing, I give it to her. It's gotten better since she was in here the first time. I ain't gonna lie. Christine looking the better out of the two. You know what I'm saying? Beck does have a problem with swollen hands. Christine has her up against the ropes, and she's landing those uppercuts, man. She's clinching with the left and landing that right uppercut. Beck pushes up against the ropes. Faria still punching to the body, over the top with the right hand. They still going at it. What a round. That was a hell of a round right there. That was a hell of a round. Back to Jahi Tucker. Jahi said, the article says, so far, despite doing his best to become obtrusive to Zayas, a matchup between them doesn't appear to be on the horizon, with the realization that their paths won't cross anytime soon. Okay, we know that it's going to be some fights in between. We know that. Who is that coming through here? Oh, that's Lorenzo. Shout out to the Juggernaut showing up in a suit, 2-weight world champion. This was Jahi says Xander don't want no problems with me, said Tucker to boxingscene.com. Although he hasn't gotten his hands on Zayas yet, Tucker issued a loud and clear warning in his last outing. Seknashvili, a close friend and sparring partner of Zayas, attempted to zip the lips of Tucker as the two squared off on April 1st at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Tulsa, Oklahoma. They stopped the fight. Faria retains her title. Well, I'll tell you, it wasn't gonna go out the second round, man. The misfit, she is who she say she is, for real. Shout out to you. They said Tucker's attitude nearly cost him in the opening frame as he was rocked just seconds in. To his credit, Tucker regained the composure before outworking. Look, listen to these connectors. Okay, listen to these vernacular connectors. All right, because look, if you're on the channel that you know what I'm saying, you hate $5 words. I do too. I hate $5 words. You know what I'm saying? That's why I use $8 words. Look at these connectors. Outworking. out dogging and out boxing. Look, let me backslide that again, right? Okay. To his credit, Tucker regained his composure. They're talking about since he got that shot in the first round, right? Let me see. They're about to announce the winner. Shout out to Christine Faria retaining her title, shutting down a much anticipated bout with one of the earlier champions in Beck Rollins, man. Shout out to you, Christine. You deserve it. Round 2 winner by TKO. Love it. She's a problem. Faria's a problem. They didn't even interview her. See how women still trying to build up they didn't even give her a post-fight interview. Anyway, let me get back to these connectors, right? and y'all hold on to these connectors because I might be using them again when Terrence Crawford does his post-fight interview for 2-time Undisputed. Okay. They say to his credit, Tucker regained his composure before outworking, out dodging, and outboxing his man. The win may have allowed Tucker to garner new fans, but more than anything, he's hoping that Zayas, 15-0, 10 knockouts, will step up to the plate. Yes, a lot of people are hoping for that fight to happen. Real talk. Jahi Tucker already got his fight out the way against a big. I'm talking about dude was definitely had some size on him. A fighter who had previously fought at 177 pounds in his professional career. To make it down to that weight and for Jahi to be moving up from a smaller weight class and put that whooping on him. Remember these connectors: outworking, outdogging. I don't know what I said. I'm about to say out dodging, but out dogging and out boxing. In reverse, outboxing, out dogging, and outworking. Shout out to the author. It goes on to say, in spite of his pugnacious attitude toward his budding rival, Tucker knows good and well what Zayas bring to the table. A win in their possible mouth-watering clash isn't in doubt in Tucker's mind. However, when it does finally materialize, the 20-year-old believes that fans should kick back, relax, grab a bucket of popcorn, and enjoy the incredible show. He's a really good fighter, and I really feel as though if me and him step into the ring, it'll be a really good show. And that's said by Jahi Tucker. So, you know what I'm saying? He's a good sport about it, but he's just letting the fans know I'm ready to step up. I feel deep down inside I'm ready to step up to call out the so-called bigger names. He's already called Xander out at the post-fight conference, and Xander said, I'm not looking to fight you because I end you or something like that. So that slid away, let it slide. And then I guess Xander's last fight, he's supposed to fight. He had to pull out because he had an injury. Jahi had missed weight and then came into Tulsa, Oklahoma, and no one was even thinking about him missing weight. They was just thinking about how those hands were belligerent in communicating the message to Seknashvili. It was a very, very entertaining, phenomenal display, of a much bigger fighter. And then Jahi stepping in there, showing his strength, his will, and really setting the place on fire, man. You know what I'm saying? He set the arena on fire. They was buzzing. Real talk. So shout out to Jahi Tucker. And they already know over there where they trying to go. Shout out to Top Rank. Shout out to Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Top Rank. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do what they need to do when they feel it's necessary. Until then, their fight news is gonna come out on Jahi's next fight. Okay, fight news is gonna come out. But yeah, that's where we at with it. Okay. I've been tuning out so much noise, and I ain't really heard ish about this imminent announcement of the eventual announcement of the fight. But I'm not here to sow doubt. Let's all believe together. That's good attitude to have, because listen, you should know by now, like, if I'm speaking on it as much as I am, I'm not considering it to be fake news. I'm not. Usually I just straight out sell it. It's fake. You know what I'm saying? I just straight up say it. It's fake. But I don't get that feeling with this. I always mention the hocus pocus of boxing, and I'll never let it die. They do tease and puppetize the listeners a lot. They puppetize consumers who pay to come see these fighters. Paying customers. Modern King Boxing on deck. We did the work. I've been not thinking about the fight in months now. My uncle told me something once before he passed. He said, "We're nothing but a speck in this world. I beg to differ. We are the spark." Sir, SB90 on deck. Salute WCS. What event you watching? I'm watching BKFC, man. I'm watching BKFC. Matter of fact, and I'm also I have the Cepeda fight up in another browser. Look like it's over. That's over. But shout out to Team Jahi, man. Y'all already know what it is. Keep a watchful eye out for this riser. Very, very extremely talented, tough, future world champion. Let's not look at it this way. Let's not say, well, he don't have enough fights and y'all bigging up David Morrell. You know what I'm saying? Because you talking about performances, if you talking about going in there and putting that dog work in, well, look at how many fights David Morrell has. He put that work in, even though he was in there fighting a soccer dad. Okay. I ain't gonna lie. Yamaguchi Falco just came back from the soccer field, guy. Man, he wasn't even, it's almost like he didn't even touch the jump rope in the back. It's like they forgot the mitts. They didn't even warm up the mitts. He got destroyed. And you look at the intensity of Jahi, same way. So let's not look at these fighters and say, oh, they only have this many fights. We got to credit Teofimo for going in there with 14 wins to fight Richard Coleman for the IBF. And then for a 16th professional fight, going there fighting Vasil Lomachenko. So, times is changing, y'all. Times is changing. Yeah, shout out to Cepeda win. Yes, sir. Shout out to Major Key Boxing. Salute to you, brother. I see those interviews over there. I'll be hitting the replay. Shout out to Major Key Boxing in the building. Cepeda just won my second round knockout. I didn't see it because I was talking to y'all. But I had it up on another browser, right? But I wasn't even paying attention, man. Truth be told, I'm not feeling guilty about it. I am Cam. What's good with it? What's good with it, Cam? He's in the building to live the hands. We always need the apostle on deck because these listeners sometimes they send too much in one live stream, Cam. And I be hoping that there is an apostle to live, pray, and help these sinners while they're strayeth. You know what I'm saying? Bring them back home. That's all. That's all I need. Don't grab a bucket of Popeyes because you'll be late to the fight waiting on chicken if it's Saturday night. Hey, for real, you ain't lying, man. You ain't right. And you don't really want to grab Popeye's chicken too early. You know what I'm saying? One love to the Archbishop WCS in the chat. The apostles in the building to live the hands and spread the good news of boxing. May I get an amen? Yes, sir. Let me go back up a little bit. Shout out to Logic. Shout out to Logic in the building. He said BOK Prime was willing to put up money, seeing as this fight was fight to break into business. PBC didn't allow Spence for fear that other PBC fighters would see money to be made outside PBC. Where there's money to be made in other organizations, right? It's always money. That's the good thing I mentioned. Fighters can leave boxing and they can either go to mixed martial arts or they can go to bare knuckle fighting. Hey, I know some previous MMA fighters who went to bare knuckle and got paid fairly decent for a 2 to 3 fight deal. You know what I'm saying? They paid them fairly decent, man. Yeah, I think this is my only thing with the rematch clause. How long do we have to wait? So if he's up here complaining about making 147 and it's a rematch clause in there, how long do we have to wait? Are we going to get one immediately? We just seen Tank fight 2 times in 4 months. Are we going to get one immediately? We definitely ain't trying to wait, because if Spence has 3 days in between his next fight, a car accident is about to happen, and then stuff start to hurt, and we won't get the fight to 2026. You know what I'm saying? We need that immediately. If it's a rematch clause in there, it has to be at 147. It has to be worthwhile. It has to be worthwhile, man. It has to have value to it. We just can't say, we're going to have a rematch. It's going to be at 154. No, man. We want to get right down to it. I like what somebody said earlier. When Bud go over here and take these straps, hopefully Al Heyman will allow Jermell Charlo to be next. And, they still have control. They still have control. Seriously, they're going to make a lot of money off this Bud and Spence fight. They're going to make a lot of money. Then you can move up to 154 and make some more money. Less money than Spence. You know what I'm saying? But still, you can make some pretty good money, because then Crawford will be 2-time undisputed champion and headed in there with Jermell Charlo if he gets past Tim Tszyu. You know what I'm saying? He gets past Tim Tszyu, which I think he will. Then what are we talking about? That'll be a good fight. Sebastian Fundora, he's out of the equation. The boxer who beat him, he's not gonna, just jump in the equation like that, because he's not a name. You know what I'm saying? He's not a name right now. He's not gonna sell tickets like that. They're not gonna say, well, Crawford, you go fight him. It's not gonna be that way. Crawford takes these belts, he should get automatically jumped the line for another big fight. He should. That's all I'm saying. They say before the accident, we thought he was back in February, because Cheyenne had reported Errol was fighting Keith Thurman in Texas, December 27. It's funny you mentioned that, because that was the same person, I believe, that said July 22nd was fake news. You know what I'm saying? For him to even utter those words, you know what I'm saying? Fake news. You know what I'm saying? For him to even go there. Seriously. For him to even go there. Come on, man. The audacity. The audacity. What up with Wilder AJ? Did I fall for the smoke and mirrors? No, they supposed to be going down in December. That's supposed to be going on in December. Only reason I put Fury and Andy Ruiz, because they're jumping off months prior. We're waiting for the announcement and everything, the first presser and all that. I seen a video where they asked somebody in Team Wilder, and they said they couldn't release the news. But I go over here to this other video, and Anthony Joshua say, yeah, it's going down. It's definitely gonna pop off in December. Like, come on, bro. Like, what is it with this boxing, the stage play that goes on here? Why y'all can't announce anything, man? Why we can't hear the news? I mean, I'm talking about boxing in general. It's almost like when you ask them, they always freaking park benching. You know what I'm saying? They just stand. It's a park bench affair. Nope. I was just sitting here. I'm minding my own business. No, I asked you, what about the fight? You hear anything about? No. Just sitting here enjoying the weather. But they just said over there across the pond, one half of the opposition said definitely the fight is going on in December. Well, I don't know. Like I said, I just been here, close lip, enjoying the weather. Man, I don't like that shit, bro. It's a waste of time, man. But pound for pound number one, yes sir. Let's get that straight. You know what I'm saying? Have y'all heard the energy from the aerosexuals with this news lately? Have there been any results? I don't think I did this, but it's okay to be late. I don't think I ever gave the aerosexuals their report card. I wanted to give them their report card from last year when they was reporting this fake news. And not only that, what I mean by fake news, the information that they was putting out there, which was absolutely demeaning about the pound for pound best. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think I ever told or provided a report card for that. But pretty much the grades I gave him was all Fs. You know what I'm saying? I was like, it's no question. Like, all Fs, man. I gave them all Fs across the board for the fake information that they was talking about. And then the way they was coming out here, just pretty much dogging out the pound for pound best fighter in boxing. No one really knows why they was talking as reckless as they were. But I would go out and say, well, it seems like they didn't want the fight to happen. They was pretty much afraid if the fight did happen, it would disrupt the viewership and subs that they got right now. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to get the amount of attention and traction that they will want. That's all. Because Terrence Crawford's name was popping. The algorithm was hot. Every day, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10s a day. Man, they was talking about Bud Crawford, bro. And not once did they thank that man for allowing them to make money off his name. You know what I'm saying? Not one time did they thank that man. But what we have here is one of those situations where the aerosexuals have been quite quiet, destitute, reserved. They have been playing the background for real. Seriously. None of them have been out in the open, dropping new information. They hear this July 22nd date out here. They refuse to speak on it. Why? Because they know it's almost done. We have 84 days to July 22nd. In between time, they're gonna have to announce this fight. That's where everything is gonna go haywire, because anybody in their right mind is not trying to hear the same storyline about Bud Crawford moving funny. If he signed to fight Spence, that's all we want to talk about. Them signing to fight. We ain't trying to hear nothing else, man. We ain't trying to hear none of that. We're not trying to hear old, stale, regurgitated, toilet paper news media. We want to hear something new, refreshing, about the fight itself. You know what I'm saying? We want to hear some new info about, some of the contractual details. We want things to get us all perky and happy, full of enjoyment, looking for this fight. We don't want to hear the black extremists go on another parade and march down the street, with Crawford flag burning. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to hear that. We want to hear something new. We want to keep it positive. Eddie Alvarez and Chad Mendes is in the second round. Eddie Alvarez faced his first knockdown. I knew it was coming sooner or later. Chad Mendes is bulked up like he's been under the barbell, bro. This takes me back to when he first initially came into the UFC. Anybody who followed Eddie Alvarez know when he gets knocked down, he usually get back up. You know what I'm saying? He's taking some punishment. Both of these guys are bulk the hell up, man. So Chad gets the first knockdown out of the two. A lot of feints right now. 55 seconds remain in the second. All fights are 5 rounds. This is a lot of experience, man. In this fight right here, man, what a lot of combat experience. Look at the calves on Chad Mendes. I thought Manny Pacquiao had big calves. Chad, God dang, what he been feeding them things? Oh, man, Eddie just missed with a wild right uppercut. One thing about Chad, though, is that he has very short arms. So he has to get in close to land a shot. And usually when he connects, is dangerous. It's dangerous. We have close to 10 seconds remaining in the second round. Oh, nice uppercut by Mendes on the chin of Eddie. Nice left hand to end the round. Now, those of you that just tuning in, this is BKFC, right? So the way they do it, what I like is the male and females are all 5 rounds, 2 minutes per round. The fighters start with their toe on the line. They toe the line, and then the referee provide the command, knuckle up, and they fight. I think it's cool. And the ring dimensions are different than a boxing ring. And you might ask yourself, why is it 2 minutes per round? Well, they're fighting with no protection on their hands. So every shot, in a sense, can open their opponent up, break their hands. It can become a bloody mess if it was 3 minutes in a round. Really, it can be a bloody mess. So they just pretty much keep it at 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? The time ticks away pretty quick. And we can get right down to it because them knuckles are no joke. That bone on bone is no joke. Oh, Eddie gets a knockdown early in the third of Chad Mendes. Oh, they hold a knockdown apiece, man. They hold a knockdown apiece. Good fight, man. This to be expected. Eddie scores the knockdown on Chad, and they have 1 apiece, man. Nice jab by Eddie. Chad rushes in. Nice feint by Chad. Eddie bit on it, though, because he knows that power. He knows that power from Chad, though. Nice head feints by Eddie. Nice head feints, man. He tried to come in with a wild right. Chad kind of made him pay with an uppercut, but Eddie took it pretty well. You stay in there too long with Mendes, man. You're going to be seeing stars because that guy swings with absolutely authority. Oh, Mendes comes in, land on Eddie. Eddie waves his hand and say, no. We sitting at 40 seconds in the third. 40 seconds remaining in the third. Eddie with the sweeping left cross misses. Chad misses with the counter. Chad comes in with a 1-2. Eddie avoids. 20 seconds remaining in the third. A little showboat from Eddie. He comes in with a right uppercut. A little showbone from Eddie. He feels like he's doing pretty good. Both fighters have a knockdown. I think this round is close. You know, I would give it to Eddie with the knockdown. I don't know how they are scoring this BKFC though. I really don't. I don't know where they getting their judges. You know, I don't know what they consider the knockdown to be. Is it a 10-8 like boxing? What? I am surprised Alvarez is not a bloody mess right now. Anybody who's seen him fight, this dude, wow, this dude leaks. He has been in some wars, man. Maybe the time off did him some justice. I'm not going to lie to you. Dub right side was good. They told the line. We in the fourth frame, y'all. Double jab come out the hole from Chad Mendez, man. Alvarez misses with the 3-punch combination. Fighters getting close. Oh, nice 1-2. Kind of stumbles Eddie. Eddie comes, Alvarez, dang, Mendez come back with an uppercut. It seemed like it wobbled Eddie, but it seems to be okay. It seems to be on steady legs. Them uppercuts by Mendez, God dang, they like sledgehammers. 125 remaining. Eddie's trying to come in. Man, Mendez just took a deep breath, man. All that muscle. I know these guys are full of lactic acid right now. For real. Mendez push it forward. Oh, Eddie tried to catch him on the counter on the way in. That could have been lethal. Oh, they could have been lights out for real. Oh, nice 1-2. Eddie is now bleeding from the mouth, dog. Good round by Mendez. Good round by Mendez. Right hand by Eddie. It's some slick stuff going on in here with these guys fighting bare knuckle. I like what I just seen from Eddie, man. He threw a right hand. He actually stayed in the down position because he knows that Chad is immediately going to put everything in the counter shot. It's pretty cool. He didn't even think about lifting his head up. He just stayed down because he knew Chad was going to try to hit him with the uppercut. Not too much action. 20 seconds remaining. 1-2 by Eddie. Nothing landed seriously. Chad comes in close, lands the left hand. Eddie is bleeding profusely now. Just like I said, Chad won this round so far easily. He cut Eddie open bad. Eddie swinging for the stars. Nah, it's not going to get it done. This is a close fight, man. But that round I gave strictly to Chad. He landed the more effective punches. I'm talking about hard punches, bro. When he touches you, that right hand is the Punisher. Look at that left uppercut. And also in the fourth round, Alvarez was showboating a little bit, man. Like in that third round, rather. You know what I'm saying? No knockdowns in the fourth round. We heading into the fifth. Maybe, Eddie has hurt his hand. He just looked over at his hand. You know how you look at it and see, and you open and close it, like them knuckles may be broken. We'll see how active he is in the last round. This is the fifth and final round. Chad rushes in, puts Eddie in the front headlock. The crazy part about it, both of these guys are mixed martial artists, really. You know what I'm saying? Eddie comes forward, lands a 1-2, return by Mendez. Mendez looks good. You know what I'm saying? He looks fresh right now. Looks extremely fresh. They have all that muscle packed on. Nice. Eddie doubles up on the left hook. Chad seems tired right now. Eddie's landing some punches, some nice punches. Oh man, Eddie cracked him when the referee was saying break. I don't even think Chad Mendez have a neck tonight. I don't think he has a neck, bro. Nice stiff jab by Mendez, though. Another stiff jab. Right hand by Eddie, in and out. Nice fight. I mean, nice work. Mendez seems to be a little bit exhausted this round. Eddie lets go a 6 to 8 punch combo. He sees it. Eddie sees it. He's going in to try to win it all. Look, one thing you have to figure. Oh, Mendez down again. Mendez down again, man. Eddie unleashed on him. Oh man, Mendez right eye is bad. He probably broke his hand. One thing I saw with Eddie Alvarez, he was watching his placement. Oh, Mendez came back and knocked down Eddie. Oh my God, this is just like a classic Bellator. A freaking Eddie in both knockdowns. Dang, Chad comes right back from getting that rest and knocks down Eddie, man. What a fight. I don't know who they're going to give this to. This might be a draw. Look at the traps on this dude, man. God dang, Mendez traps. He has traps on top of traps, bro. He has what you call earlobe traps. His traps goes up to the bottom of his earlobe. His earlobe rests on his trap. You know what I'm saying? He has earlobe traps. That was a nice knockdown by Eddie, but he got complacent once the ref called him to fight and got caught with a left hand himself, man. Dang. Look at Connor standing up. I bet nobody's up there telling Connor, oh, they might have another one. They might have if it's a tie in bare knuckle, let me see. Hold on for a second. So they're about to give us the winner. There's a little gap in strikes. Alvarez may win this, man. You know what I'm saying? By the numbers, who knows? I don't know. I don't know what the judges are looking at. Mendez may win. Alvarez may win. Who knows, man? We're about to hear the announcement right now. Mendez's eye is messed up. Both fighters took damage, but we're about to get the announcement. Shout out to the Lost Art of Boxing. What's good? Q in the building. D-Ray Promotions on deck. If July date goes down, we get a heavyweight appetizer early before the main course tonight. Absolutely. But look at it this way too, Logic. I'm curious to know the price point of both fights because I'm going to be honest. I think Spence and Crawford should come in no less than 90. Let me see who wins this. The Underground King won. Eddie Alvarez won by split decision. You know what I'm saying? That was a good fight either way you look at it. That was a good fight. Let me see what you got to say. He's just pretty much talking about it's a dog fight. You know, if this is Chad Mendez's last fight, you know, what a warrior, stuff like that. But shout out to the Underground King, man. Salute to you. That was a good fight. What do y'all think about the Williams Cepeda fight? Did his opponent, did y'all believe he was supposed to be in there, or did y'all treat it like, you know, the Yamaguchi Falco, who has just left the soccer game? You know what I'm saying? And you know, they didn't even turn off the car. What do you think? Was it giving you that vibe again that he was seriously outmatched before he even stepped in the square? He got destroyed, man. And I know it happens in boxing. We talk about it. We talk about the Gardners. Was his opponent a Gardner? You know what I'm saying? I'm just putting it out there. We have the main event coming up, Luke Campbell and Mike Perry. But back to what I was saying for logic. It all depends on the price point of the pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just say Crawford them close to $90, if not $90. And then you have Fury, Ruiz. They come in about high 70s, 80s. I think 70s. You know, people are gonna have to, you know, think about, you know, those who pay for the fight, who they want to see. You know what I'm saying? Where are the vested interests at? The heavyweight fight or the welterweight fight? That's the question of the hour. And that's the question of the hour for those of you just tuning in. Yeah, it was like a 2-part live stream. I wanted to just highlight the heavyweight bout. Andy Ruiz returns to fight for the championship, of course. He currently defeated the former unified champion, Anthony Joshua, as a last-minute replacement. And now he gets to fight, you know, the big kahuna, Tyson Fury, for the WBC heavyweight title. That should be very interesting. And then you have the fight of all fights. The names are all of all names. You know, Crawford Spence. It goes without saying. You know what I'm saying? We just let it sit. And now it seems like it's stepped out from the shadows once again. And we want to know where it goes. We want to know where it goes, man. That's all. We want to know where this is all going to go. Until then, I will continue to give my independent analysis on the fight. I will continue to address those who was running the smear campaign, the aerosexuals and everything that ran a smear campaign last year. I think they definitely need attention. You definitely need to keep them, you know, in your conversation. They need to be punished for their wrongdoing last year because they pretty much burned down the fight. But shout out to Jahi Tucker. Mention him. Shout out to everyone that was in the building tonight. I don't do too many fight parties anymore. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of freaking energy. But yeah, appreciate y'all pulling up. You know what I'm saying? Continue to stay locked in and pay attention to you know, the upcoming weeks. And if I didn't say it earlier, if you tuned in to Coach Malachi True Media USA Today, right? He went cold turkey on the Nick sack. So you probably noticed some behavior changes with him going cold turkey off of the Nick sack. Well, I was informed today that he is returned back to the Nick sack auditorium, and he is full blast. You know what I'm saying? He is back to the Nick sack. You know what I'm saying? He is back on a Nick sack. You feel me? So I mean, this is coming straight from him now. Breaking news. He's returned back to the Nick sack. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to see a much calmer, sang-froid freaking Coach Malachi come 3:00 p.m. Monday. All right. Until then, y'all turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports, man. I'm out.